Which MacBook has the best battery life? Apple updated the entire MacBook lineup for 2026 and introduced a brand new, budget-friendly MacBook Neo. So of course, we had to put them all through our Tom's Guide battery test and see how long each one lasts. Even with battery life on the MacBook Air and Pro already being among the best, these results were still shocking. In case you're new here at Tom's Guide, we run a standardized battery test across every laptop where the screen is locked to 150 nits, the laptop is connected to Wi-Fi, and runs a continuous web surfing loop until the battery runs out. This way, our battery life test results are consistent and easy to compare between devices. If you want to learn more and see our running list of the best laptops for battery life, I'll link that down below. Let's start things off with Apple's new colorful budget model, which has won me over, the MacBook Neo. Targeting value-minded users and rocking an energy-efficient iPhone A18 Pro chip, the Neo lasted 13 hours and 28 minutes. That's not quite the 16 hours that Apple claimed, but for a laptop at the $600 price point, it's still incredible, even outlasting popular energy-sipping Chromebooks like the Lenovo Plus 14 and the Asus CX15. If you're still on the fence about the MacBook Neo and you want to see what this machine can really do, be sure to check out our full buyer skip review, which I've got linked down below. And now let's see how it stacks up to the rest of the MacBook lineup. Chances are, if you're considering a MacBook Neo, you're also debating if you should spend the extra cash to get the classic MacBook Air for its larger display, beefier processor, and maybe better battery life. In our results, the 13-inch MacBook Air managed 15 hours and 28 minutes, while the 15-inch model achieved 15 hours and 37 minutes. That's actually a bit better than Apple's up to 15 hours claim and is a slight improvement over last year's M4 models. So that's about 2 hours better than the Neo, but considering that it's about half the price, it really shows you how good of a value the Neo is. While the MacBook Pros are more focused on their raw power than efficiency, their M-series chips and larger batteries have helped them consistently have some of the best endurance in our laptop battery life tests. So, how did this year's models perform? The MacBook Pro 14-inch equipped with the new M5 Max chip achieved 17 hours and 58 minutes. That is one of the best battery life results in any laptop that we tested, along with one of the best laptop processors, which is why creative professionals who frequently work on the go like myself continue to love these machines. And then for reference, the 14-inch Pro with the M5 processor gets 18 minutes on the dot. And then of course there's the beefier MacBook Pro 16-inch, which also sports a larger battery. Our test model is equipped with the M5 Pro chip and it achieved a ridiculous 21 hours and 25 minutes, which is about 40 minutes better than last year's model, which at the time was our longest lasting laptop. Of course, if you're buying a MacBook Pro, you'll be doing a lot more than just web browsing, but even with more demanding tasks, you're not going to find a longer lasting laptop than the MacBook Pro 16-inch. But let's say you prefer Windows over Mac OS. Here's how the latest MacBooks compare to some of the longest lasting Windows laptops in their category. If you're strictly looking at budget, thin and light laptops, the MacBook Neo is well ahead of the Microsoft Surface Laptop Go 3's 8 hours and 39 minutes of battery life. And a more budget option is going to be the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3X, which can usually find on sale for under $600. And with its Snapdragon X chip, it gets a very impressive 16 hours and 29 minutes. There are also longer lasting Windows alternatives to the MacBook Air. The Dell XPS 14, for example, with Intel's Panther Lake CPU gets 21 hours and 41 minutes in our test. You'll have to go with the LED display model, as the OLED lasts about half as long, but that still gives us about 5 more hours of runtime compared to the MacBook Air. But if you do want a long-lasting OLED laptop, then you definitely need to check out the Samsung Galaxy Book 6 Pro, which gets a solid 15 hours and 17 minutes in our test with its Panther Lake chip. So slightly behind the MacBook Air, but you have a much more gorgeous 16-inch AMOLED display, which I think is worth the trade-off for a lot of people. Looking to the MacBook Pros now, they really don't have many Windows competitors that can go toe-to-toe in terms of performance and endurance. But you still might want to consider the Asus ProArt lineup. When we tested the ProArt to Go Pro, which uses the AMD Ryzen AI Max chip and Radeon 8060S graphics along with 128 gigabytes of RAM, we still got a very respectable 11 hours and 12 minutes. Again, not MacBook Pro battery life by any measure, but still half a day of battery life for a Windows laptop that's this powerful is still very solid. So that's all the battery life results that we have from Apple's latest MacBook updates, but let me know in the comments if you'd like a setup essential video focused on how to make your MacBook's battery life last even longer. You can find links to all the best deals on the laptops I shared today, along with our full reviews for the entire MacBook lineup down below. Make sure you stay subscribed, follow me to see what other cool tech I'm reviewing, and until the next one, I'll catch you later.